Hi Gemini, I'm here to do your love reading for the month of August 2019, and I'm trying to beat the sunlight right now because it's about to go down. But for your overall energy, and it's so funny because I remember you're one of the only signs that I've spoken about when it comes to traveling or moving for the past few months now, and you are, again, one of the only signs that have multiple moving cards in your spread this month. So that's going to mean that for some of you, you've been getting ready to move and you've been planning on moving for the last few months, and you're about to accomplish that. For others of you, like I've said before, you've already moved. I'm also seeing that for others of you, you may be traveling in the month of August, okay? Because you have two moving cards in your spread. You have the Eight of Wands and you have the Six of Swords. So there is travel indicated here. You're making major changes in your life, Gemini. And these major changes are happening very, very quickly, or they're going to happen very, very quickly. I feel like you've been writing down your game plan, and this has been over the course of like a few months. This has taken place over the course of a few months. And I feel like it's going to happen overnight for some of you, where you're going to really start seeing these major changes in your life. It's going to happen like a landslide, like all of a sudden, all at once. And you do have hope surrounding this. You do know where you're going. You know your goal in mind. And speaking of where you're going, in your energy, you have the World here and you have despair. So you were wondering if this whole next level of your life, or wherever you're moving to. And I do feel like especially because I said in the previous readings, some of you are moving somewhere, and then when you move there, you're going to meet someone. But it's like you've been on this stalling kind of energy where you haven't quite done that yet. And a lot of you have been in despair, or you have been, I don't want to say losing hope, because you have not lost hope. But it's like certain things have not worked out the way that you wanted them to work out. And this is on top of the World. So this has to do with a brand new chapter of your life that you're emerging into. And this is in your energy. So you are manifesting this for yourself, Gemini. But you're going through a lot of stress in the meantime. And you're also growing a lot. This is about leveling up. This is about maturing. This is about succeeding in the next arena of your life. And you have the Ten of Cups right next to this. This has to do with a commitment, or this has to do with family. And you do have the Ten of Cups in your energy. So emotionally, you're doing all right. You're feeling fulfilled. You're feeling like you have all of your needs met. You may not have all of your wants met, but you have all of your needs met. You do have a support around you, a support system around you that's almost cocooning you or catapulting you into this next venture of your life, this next phase of your life. This is going to be successful, so don't think that it's going to completely fizzle out, or that you're going to end up not getting what it is that you want in the situation. You are. It's just going to be a matter of timing, okay? And like I said, for some of you, this is going to happen overnight, where you've been planning for this for a long time, but then when it actually takes place, it's going to happen very, very quickly. Interestingly enough, you have reunion on top of your Ten of Cups. Someone wants to have a reunion with you, Gemini. Someone wants a commitment with you here. And you're about to give birth to a completely new energy in your life. And I feel like for some people, this is why you're starting to get people that are coming around and wanting a reunion with you, because they're seeing you grow. They're seeing you become something else, something better, something greater, someone more successful. You have a lot of successful cards around you, Gemini. You have the Nine of Discs, which is gain. You have the Eight of Discs here, which is hard work. That's going to lead to happiness with cheerfulness on top of this. You have the Knight of Discs at the bottom of your deck. You have the Three of Discs in your overall energy. I do feel like there was certain things that you had to tweak, you had to change, because you were feeling overburdened when it comes to work, when it comes to your finances. I know this is a love reading, but this is going to go hand in hand with your love life. because there was a misfortunate event that took place that made you feel very burdened, and you had to make some massive changes within that in order to gain more abundance in your life here with the 9 of discs. And I'm saying that because you have Merchant on top of this. A lot of you are going to be seeing a lot more success in your life, especially towards the end of August. Now, specifically in love, you have been feeling burdened by this. You may have felt like certain love partners were not on the same page with you, or they were not offering you the same amount of work that you were putting into the situation. And you are putting in a lot of work. You're willing to put in a lot of work for the right person. But there's definitely a level of anxiety. There's a level of mentally feeling like you cannot move on, like you're trapped, because you have the 8 of Swords here with wife on top of this. For some of you, you're thinking about what it means to be a wife, and this is having you really stuck in your head, and you're kind of teeter-tottering between, do I want this for my life or do I not want this for my life? For others of you, you're feeling mentally trapped within a commitment. You may also be dealing with people that are trying to interfere with a commitment, or trying to interfere with what you think is what they think is right for you, as opposed to what you know is right for you. And a lot of you are single at this time, though, because you do have the 9 of discs here, which is known as the singlehood card. So you are very focused on your own business. You are very focused on your own financial success and gain. But still, you may be feeling kind of alone. You may be feeling lonely. You may be experiencing all of this success in your career or in your business, but deep down you're feeling like you're mentally trapped because of the idea of commitment, or the idea of what someone is asking of you with regards to a commitment. Now, towards the beginning of August, you have the 6 of Swords, which in this case is study or science. A lot of you are studying a new venture, especially if you are a business owner, or if you're going into school or in your career. You're definitely you're focusing more on the cerebral aspect of things. You're being more intelligent. You're following your mind, it feels like, as opposed to your heart for a lot of you. Because you're being more practical, you're being very strategic. It's like you're trying to go through the maze in order to get to the desired destination, the desired outcome. You know the amount of work that needs to be done this month, and I feel like you're going to be extremely prosperous in that, and you're going to be seeing huge amounts of success for you. And speaking of a certain person in your love life, I do see here that you have the Prince of Discs and the Knight of Discs. So these are Earth-like individuals. This is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And this, if they're not those signs, they will be acting like an Earth sign, which is someone who is very occupied or preoccupied with their career, their business. They may be very business savvy, but I do want you to be careful, because you have Thief on top of your Knight of Discs, and you have Room clarifying your Prince of Discs. I feel like someone is definitely thinking about how to approach you. They're definitely kind of like secluding themselves in their own room, away from other people, in that solitude period where they're thinking, what is the best way to approach Gemini at this time? Because you do have a small offer coming towards you, but this person right now they're spending a lot of time alone trying to think of what is the best way to, again, approach you. And that may be why you are not hearing from them. It may be why you're not really having a lot of communication with this person. They feel very secluded. Their energy feels like it's cut off from the outside world, and they're spending a lot of time by themselves. They may be at a distance from you. You may not really see them very often in the month of August for some of you, especially if you are single, okay? You have 3 8s in your reading, Gemini. So the decisions, the choices that you're making in the month of August, and by the way, that is a number 8, these are going to be decisions that are long-lasting, that affect you long-term, okay? The number 8 is infinity, so you're, again, especially with the world here, you are making massive changes in your life that's going to affect you for a very, very long time. Very long time, like multiple years in the future, okay? And you do have someone here that is showing up as kind of like a thief, but whoever this person is for you, this Knight of Discs, this may be a totally different person than your Prince of Discs as well. They had you very worried. You were definitely worried about the connection with this person, but you're going to be seeing clearly. There's also communication coming forth from this person, but again, they're showing up as the thief. So I would be very careful with this energy, okay? Yes, I am seeing communication coming through from this person. Again, this is someone that really had you waiting, had you worried, had you stuck in your head. But if they're showing up as the thief, is this really the kind of communication that you want? And for others of you, you're going to be seeing this very clearly, that maybe they're not trustworthy. They're not as practical or dependable as you had thought they were, okay? And also, Gemini, how you're feeling about this person. Give your relationship a chance. You don't really want to give this a chance. You don't really want to give this person another go around. Or if this is a totally new person, you're kind of having some second thoughts about them. You also have the Ten of Swords reversed. So this situation, I feel for a lot of you, had already come to a close, and it was quite a disastrous kind of situation, especially with your misfortune here. There may have been a situation where there were other people involved with your Three of Pentacles, and you felt like you were the only one that was really putting in the work in the situation. And for a lot of you, this is kind of like an old energy because it is a 10 and it is reversed. For others of you that are going to be going into the situation in the month of August, you're going to be coming out of a period where you're having to heal. And that's why you don't really want to give people, the green light to really be in your good graces right now, because you are healing. So you're going to be taking your time with certain people, even if they do come to you with a small offer like this Prince of Discs here. That may be why this Prince of Discs is kind of being slow with their approach to you, trying to figure out how to approach you, because you may be giving off the vibe of not wanting to give this a chance, okay? And you also have calling in your soulmate, and you have the Page of Pentacles again. So you're definitely dealing with someone who acts like a earth sign, or who has heavy earth placements in their chart, or someone who is like a career man or career woman. This is definitely still showing up as like a small offer. So again, it's like someone that's kind of tiptoeing around your heart, tiptoeing around how to approach you, how to communicate with you, right? But you're calling this person in. You're calling, if this is someone from your past, you're calling in someone that you are not done tying up those loose ends with on a soulmate level, okay? Because soulmates do tend to come back into your life here, and as we go into the middle of August, we're still in that Mercury retrograde shadow period. And if you're calling in someone completely new, and some of you are, this is going to start off slow. It's going to start off small. And again, you may be dealing with an earth sign, but you're calling this person in regardless. So right now, you're just kind of focused on your career, Gemini. You're focused on moving. For those of you that are, you're focused on traveling, and possibly traveling to see someone this month who is an earth sign. But more importantly, you're healing. And I feel like they're sensing this from you energetically, okay? So Gemini, we're going to take a look at how this person feels about you. And there is a slight warning that I'm seeing with that. We're also going to take a look at the outcome of the situation. And I had to pull quite a lot of clarifying cards for this, because it was like a saga that just never ended here. So we're going to go in depth with that. Stay tuned towards the end of this video for the preview, and the full version of that is over on patreon.com/tantric tarot. And I also pulled some oracle cards for you that we're going to take a look at, and I will talk to you all next month, Gemini. Bye-bye. to control how you view them, or they want to direct how the conversation goes this month, especially if you're dealing with someone from the past. They're trying to regain control of the situation, okay? And they may be doing this through offers of love or through communication. Now, there is still deception here.